What's going on, people? What's really good? It's your boy Marv, and it's the nerds in the hood. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you heard the news by now. I needed a few days to calm my excitement down. I saw the news. It's official. Nintendo is making a new console known as the Nintendo Switch 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They showed an announcement video after weeks and weeks of denouncing all the rumors, all the leaked images, all the concept art, everything. They was denying, they was deflecting all of that. Just saying cap on everything. Cap. It was throwing caps. And now the truth has finally come to light. So I just wanted to speak a little bit on how I feel about it and what just speculate what it means to me for this to come out. Now, Nintendo, I have been a lifelong Nintendo fan since I have been born, basically. I was born into Nintendo. One of the first systems I've ever owned. First console I ever owned was a Super Nintendo. But the first gaming system I ever had was a Game Boy because my parents, me and my sisters, they wasn't really trying to spend that much bread at the time, you know. So I had a Game Boy, shared it with my sisters. I had it from there. It was Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube. You know what I mean? I had every Nintendo system with the exception of like Game Boy Color. No, I had a Game Boy Color. I'm bugging. But anyway, I had every system with the exception of, I believe, the Virtual Boy. So that was the only one where I was like, I don't really need this. But I had every one. I didn't get every variation of it, but I had every one at one point in time. And I loved every game that I ever played on there. They had some good games, some sleeper games, some duds. But Nintendo has been always delivering on what it was trying to do, which was make something innovative. And that's what I like about the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, it does look like a bigger Nintendo Switch. Yes, the graphics are probably not going to be 4K. They're probably not even going to look anything comparable to a PS5 or Xbox One. I'm aware of that. But that's not why Nintendo does what they do. That's not what keeps them in the game against something like a PlayStation or an Xbox. You see, PlayStation is amazing. It's probably one of the best gaming systems out right now with the PS5. And they bank on that. But when you look at their controllers and stuff like that, a lot of it is inspired by Nintendo. Not to say they copying, I'm saying inspired. Please do not come for me in the comments. But I don't mind the comment. So when I look at Nintendo and their innovations, that is why I keep buying their systems. Would I love for a Nintendo game to be in 4K? Absolutely. I would love that. I would love to see Mario or Zelda in 4K or Pokemon. Or even if they ever do it again, another Smash Brothers. But I have to sit and deal with what their preferences are in the world of video games, which is delivering top-notch quality innovations and entertainment while sacrificing the quality of what you're viewing. Because they could just keep focusing on 4K games, but then they just say to themselves, you know what? Nah, we're going to keep it on this 1080 vibes. And if they give me 1080, I can live with that. Shoot, sometimes I watch YouTube videos in 1080p. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever sit there and go, I would much rather this to be 4K. It's all right. You know what I mean? Sometimes we watch TV shows in 1080. Some people still got 1080 TVs right now. And they are doing just fine. So, I digress. But when you look at the specs, when you look at the model, it is a bigger screen, especially in terms of the actual system. Because obviously, once you're putting in a docking system, whatever TV you have is going to be bigger. But when you're playing this on the go, you know, whether you're on an airplane or you just don't feel like looking at your TV, this is where it's going to shine, you know? This is where it's going to be a better vibe for you and yours because now you have a bigger screen. If you wanted to play, you know, Mario Kart on there, if you wanted to play any other game, everybody's going to be able to see. And again, that is where their innovation shines. Nintendo, as far back as I can remember, has always thrown things to the wall, and a lot of those things stuck, except Virtual Boy. But when they did, it made for some of the most fun games. You can't tell me there wasn't a time when the Nintendo Wii came out. Oh my gosh, one of the greatest systems. And you wasn't trying to drive and do everything. You was buying all the peripherals they were selling, all the accessories that were coming with it, because you wanted to just drive and feel that motion of swinging a bat or swinging a club. That was really good. And Nintendo was looking at you like, you welcome. Granted, the Wii U didn't have that same love, but it tried something different again. And the Wii U basically walked so the Switch could run. So the Switch ran, so now the Switch 2 got a sprint. It got a sprint crazy. The only game we got to see was a possible indication that we're getting a new Mario Kart game. Which brings me to another point real quick. Nintendo. I have often said on this show that you guys are the master of the remaster. But with the Nintendo Switch 2, we need new games. We need new games. I can't have a Mario Kart 8 Triple Deluxe. I can't do that. I'm not doing that, okay? You know what I mean? Like, I need something new. Don't give me Breath of the Wild 1.5. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I know we got Tears of the Kingdom. Give me a new Zelda, you know? Give me some heat. Give me a new Pokemon fighting game. You gave us the Pokken game, and we never seen a sequel. And that game was very underrated. I never saw a sequel to that. This is just wish list. If you're not going to give us a new Smash Brothers, then another fighting game has to step up. And it has to be something from y'all. It can't be, you know, Street Fighter again or something. Like, I wouldn't mind it, but what I'm saying is we need new heat. If it's Mario Kart 9 we're getting, cool, let's get that. If we're getting another Mario sports game of some sport, cool. But stop bringing this to the light. Just, for this system, please. Way less remasters. If you're remastering some GameCube stuff, cool. Don't give me a Switch remaster. Don't give me a Wii U remaster. Give me as far back as from GameCube below. I'll take that, because those games weren't in HD. So when you did Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, and Pikmin 1 and 2, that was cool because those were games that were like 480p. I'm all right with that. But don't remaster some Switch stuff, please. If you remaster anything from the Switch 1, knowing that y'all made it backwards compatible, I might not buy the system. And I love the fact that it's backwards compatible. I love the fact that you can go and bring your old games, so now I don't have to buy. And that probably is an indication, to cut my own self off there, that is an indication that we will probably not get deluxe versions of these games. We'll probably be able to just play the same game and still have the same fun. That way, if you want to give your Switch 1 to somebody else, you're good. Unless you have a certain amount of games that will not be backwards compatible. From what I'm reading, I know Ring Fit Adventure and probably a few other games like the Labo Prime that required specific like accessories that you had to use to play the game. I don't think those are coming over because they're not going to be compatible with Switch 2's hardware. So we don't know what's going on there. But I cannot wait to see what more becomes of this system. When they explain more in April in their Nintendo Direct, I'm definitely going to circle back around and have another video after what I saw. But I do know that for now, I just wanted to express my hypeness. This is my platform. I wanted to take that time to just talk about it because this is going to be, it has the power to be something big. It has the power to be something historic. The bigger question is, will it be able to keep up with whatever PlayStation 5 has in store for the rest of 2025? Whatever Xbox One has in store for the rest of 2025. Will it be able to keep up with those two? Or will it just slow itself down? Will people want to go out and buy another Switch? Or will they just be comfortable with the Switch 1? Those are the bigger questions that I'm looking to ask myself, because Nintendo is really a system for kids. It's really a system for families compared to the other two. But how much are families going to want to keep buying Nintendo stuff if they're making the same things? So Switch 2 has to be way more innovative than Switch 1 in order for it to capitalize and win the upcoming next-gen console war. Especially if PlayStation sees this and gets inspired and makes a 6. Or Xbox makes an Xbox 2 or something like that. So whatever their next things are, is going to try to be better than the Switch 2. So I cannot wait. April is not too far around the corner, but I cannot wait to see what is in store for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm so glad to see that Nintendo is making a new system. But I will definitely circle back around and we are going to check in on this more. But please, Nintendo, I'm asking you now before I get the grand unveil video, don't do any more remasters of Wii and Wii U. GameCube and below. Please. Matter of fact, give me more new stuff than remasters. That's all I'm asking. Give me more new stuff than remasters. You guys are the master of the remaster. You're remastering your own console. So please, if you're going to remaster the console, just give us new heat. That's all I want. Anyway, just had to rant about that real quick. Check my link tree in the description. Follow us on social media. Check out everything I'm doing with Nerds in the Hood. Until next time, it's Marv. I see ya. Peace. Nintendo Switch 2. Let's go.